dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB the Sexy Ninja in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Dynamite, July 16th, 2025. Tony Taz, Excalibur on commentary. The fallout of All In. All In Texas is done, and now we're going to August 24th, and that is the Forbidden Door. Boom, boom, boom. We started off with some awesomeness, man. Tony Schiavone welcomes our new AEW World Champion, Hangman Adam Page. Oh, man, it felt good seeing that title again around the waist of Hangman Adam Page out there for everybody to see, out there to see that this is our champ. He tells everybody, like, hey, you know, they're chanting for him, you deserve it. He's like, no, we deserve it. You deserve it. Then the crowd's just chanting. Hangman's just delivering a great message to everybody. He also thanks Will. He thanks Orange Cassidy, Darby. He even thanks Swerve in the end. I was just like, man. And he's going to be in a match later on tonight in the main event. He's limping, man. You can tell that he went to war, but he went to war for us so we can get past this Mox cult bullshit. Now we can live in the age of Hangman Adam Page. We get an all-in package. Breathe in, breathe out. It's so good to reliving those moments. Kyle Fletcher versus Dorada. This was an awesome and badass match, man. Kyle Fletcher, as much as I don't like the Protostar tagline, I do think Kyle Fletcher is 100% like, this dude's going to be our next AEW champion at some certain point, because the kid is impressive. He's just really great in that ring, and with an opponent like Dorada, you know, he's going to he's going to check all the bells and whistles. But Kyle Fletcher did get the win. We get the Bucks backstage with Renee. Renee's kind of like rubbing salt into the wound, and they're trying to get to their locker room. They're no longer EVPs. They are in the basement of wherever this is at. Someone wrote on there, Matt, Nick, no longer EVPs on their door. Ricochet, Gates of Agony come up, and they kind of make fun of the Bucks. The Bucks is like, what? We just helped you guys tag last week. But here comes Dawn, and this was all earlier in the day because this sets up our next match. But before we get to that, we had the Hurt Syndicate, you know. They said, hey, MVP's like, we're begging y'all to take these titles. We're begging everybody, come on. Then MJF has some words, and it looks like Mr. Bobby Lashley don't like what MJF is saying, but he has that contract now, and he tells Hangman Adam Page, you better you get comfy with that championship, because I'm getting my championship back. MJF is like, you better understand, I'll be right behind you, and I'm going to get my championship. And I was just watching Bobby's like, whatever. The Don Fam and Young Bucks, they didn't get no pyro. Damn. They came out there, man. They did the Bucks dirty. But they take on Jet Speed, Bandito, and Brody King. And this was an awesome match. My match of the night. I really like the fact that they're playing up this Young Bucks thing being on the bottom of the list now. No pyro for you. EVP kind of block. You know, it's just fun. But this Don Fam and Young Bucks getting the win over Jet Speed and Bandito and King. But really, really fun match. Like I said, in my match of the night. This next segment really didn't care for. I was like, is it Adam Copeland or is it Cope? We got to choose here, man. We did the same thing before. Is it Cope or is it just Adam? Well, he comes out there, he cuts a promo. You know, he told Christian, he goes, you got to go find yourself. Got to go fix yourself. Whatever he said. But Stokely comes out, tells him, like, you can't get an FTR because you'll be fired. I don't know. I just didn't really care. Wasn't really paying attention. But Stokely got speared by Cope or Adam Copeland, whatever you want to call him. But he speared Stokely, sending a message. Mark cuts a promo. He told MJF, I'm going to make you pay for your sins. But he's in the main event tonight with Hangman and Hobbs taking on the Mox Cult. Mark's like, we ain't done. Them boys. We got the 100,000K four-way match. You get $100,000. Hope no taxes get taken out of that. Chris Statlander versus Willow versus Tekla versus Queen. This was a really fun and awesome match. And Julia and Sky Blue helping Tekla get the win. This is a deadly faction here. Julia, Sky, and Tekla. And her Tekla pinning Queen because her face got misted. Oh my gosh. I was thinking about this Trinity right here. I was like, oh, this just screams money to me. Tekla, Julia, and Sky. Give me more. And we got timeless Tony Storm dropping them rhymes, dropping them lines. Oh my goodness, Tony telling us like the tramp is still the champ. My girl Tony Storm looking great, said Luther is hurt. But Athena sends a message, and I got goosebumps, man. She has that contract now from the Battle Royale. She's like, you need to understand that I'm coming for that championship, Tony. And your days of being timeless is going to be over because I'm going to be the forever AEW Women's Champion. I'm like, bring it on! Bring it on! Oh. We get Tony being Tony. Awesomeness. Because she's timeless. The patriarchy backstage, I don't know what was going on, but where Nick was sitting and his mom was behind him, boobs, Cleveland just hanging out. Nick's just sitting there all serious. And Kip Sabian's like, well, this was the plan the whole time. I don't know about that, but Christian is gone because they turned her back on him. But it's all going to get down to Christian getting some revenge, going to be a babyface. They're going to go help Adam or Cope or whatever you want to call him to go against FTR. It's just building towards this. Then we have Okada versus Squash Gang. Okada got the win. Okada calls out Swerve, and he says, if it wasn't for you, you guys beat the Bucks. You screwed them over, bitch. Swerve comes out. Whose house? Swerve's house. Swerve comes out. Looks at Okada and says, yeah, damn right I did that, bitch. Oof. I got goosebumps. This was my moment of the night. Okada and Swerve face to face in that unified championship or undisputed championship, whatever championship. It looks great. Okada holding it like a boss. Oh man, I was like, oh, Swerve and Okada, please give me that match. Now our main event, Hangman Hobbs Mark versus the Mox Cult. And this was an awesome match. Hangman's really feeling it. You could tell because his poor man is limping. Mox is limping too. I'm like, these two just beat the shit out of each other a few days ago, but they're still here entertaining us, man. But Hangman and Hobbs and Mark got the win, and of course, it wouldn't change in Mox Cult fashion. They start attacking afterwards. But look in the shadows, look in the stands, the rafters. Look who's there, Darby. And Mox is like, oh, no, not Darby. And then he gets his ass planted by Hangman Adam Page. And that's the way we end the show. Hangman Hobbs Mark beating the Mox Cult. But Darby was after. It was just a really great show. That was Dynamite, July 16th, 2025. Tony Taz, Excalibur on commentary. August 24th is Forbidden Door. A lot of stuff going on. Billy Starks and Tony are going to go at it next week at Dynamite in Chicago. So a lot of stuff going on, man. I really enjoyed this Dynamite. I'm really happy. We got the championship. We're seeing it again. Moment of the night is Okada and Swerve. Match of the night is definitely Don Pham and Young Bucks versus Jet Speed, Bandito, and King. This was a really good Dynamite. I give it a solid 4 out of 5. And that's it. That's all. Drop your comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
Battle,
brother.
But I walked into a war. 100 battles around me that have been going on for 9 months now to free this championship.